Good.
Hi.
Hold
Hi.
on. No.
Hi, my name is John Hewlett, founder, formulator of Cardio Miracle. Today, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what nitric oxide does as far as removing ammonia and lactic acid from the system and helps in the oxygen uptake for both athletic and everyday living. You know, in a former life, 40 some odd years ago, I was actually a pretty good athlete. And as the years went on, I played less and less because I worked more and more. That's symbolic of what a lot of people do as they get older. But I still like to do things. And even though I'm now in my mid-60s, I still have times where I have to shovel snow, I have to rake leaves, I have to shovel gravel, or maybe I've got to change a tire or carry a bunch of groceries up a couple of flights of stairs. 10 years ago, I was a walking dead man. I had chest pains, I had radiating arm, I had numbness, I had shortness of breath. I had all the symptoms of somebody who was dying of coronary heart disease. I was introduced to a nitric oxide supplement after a very interesting and challenging hospital visit for a routine appendectomy, which went south. The nitric oxide turned my life around. I now have normal blood pressure, normal cholesterol, normal triglycerides. I don't get shortness of breath very often, but I'm not in very good condition physically from a standpoint of athletic performance. But let me tell you why nitric oxide helps. If I went out today and shoveled snow, 2 feet of snow at my mountain cabin, I would probably be really tired within a short period of time. I probably wouldn't have a heart attack because of nitric oxide. Yeah, I could if I overdid it, but I probably wouldn't feel very well. But the next day I would normally be that I couldn't even move. I would be stiff from every muscle in my body. Because I take a nitric oxide supplement, I can be really tired, I can overexert, I can walk or climb or do other things, and the next day I have virtually no soreness. Why is that? Nitric oxide relieves and eliminates the ammonia. It helps scavenge it out of your system through the lymphatic system so it doesn't become painful, sore lactic acid. Now, I'm not a physiologist, but the same thing happens for the weightlifter. For young people who are runners, I talk to triathletes all the time. Nitric oxide doesn't all of a sudden make them a world-class triathlete, but what it means is they can train harder and they can recover faster. The greatest marathon and distance runner in the history of the world, Stan Cottrell, if you go to our website or you go to YouTube on Cardio Miracle on YouTube, you can hear Stan Cottrell at 72, a man who's run 250,000 miles in his lifetime, and how he went and tested his VO2, his oxygen uptake, and it improved over 20% on Cardio Miracle. Not only were his trainers and his doctors stunned, he was stunned, but he's finding at 72, he's having the endurance and the success in running and the lack of soreness, even though he still runs 50 miles 5 days a week with Cardio Miracle that he hasn't seen in decades. That's what nitric oxide does. We have numerous individuals who do triathlons, they do marathons, they ride 100-mile bike rides, and they've been able to perform faster, better, train harder, and recover better than they've ever recovered before. One of our great videos is Jeff Romney, a 60-year-old who is married to somebody 20 years younger. Jeff's seen an amazing experience in trying to keep up with his young family. He's seen his pull-ups increase. He's seen the 3-mile routine that he does on a daily basis. He's seen his time drop 5 minutes since being on Cardio Miracle. These are amazing results. So if you're an athlete, or if you're just an everyday person who has to occasionally overexert, you want to create nitric oxide in your system so that you'll feel better, recover faster, and live a healthier, more active lifestyle. We've seen people go from being on oxygen 24/7 to improving their oxygen intake. Why? The capillary beds in the lungs. If they're opened up and they're getting more oxygen, you're going to feel better. You're going to be able to breathe better. We've seen these things, the testimonials that you can see, let's do that. We're not making medical claims, we're merely explaining the nitric oxide, which has been studied 80,000 times or more in the medical journals, is one of the great nature miracles that our body creates. And so if we can deliver supplementation that signals the greater creation of nitric oxide, we've done something really special in helping human health. We believe, and we believe you will believe, that Cardio Miracle is the ultimate in providing the nitric oxide solution.